Wealth, yoga, wine. Welcome to my podcast. I'm Valerie Hale. Hard optimism. Price Pritchett posits that it's very difficult when you are mired in negativity to focus on optimism. What does he mean about hard optimism? I believe that in today's world, dealing with the pandemic, that many of us have lost our way when it comes to having faith that something challenging is actually temporary. He wants us to believe that our challenges are, of course, all part of our life. He asks us, is it more important to relinquish negativity, or is it more important to be positive? It sounds like a trick question. In reality, it's more important to tap down the negativity. Why is that? When you tap down the negativity, meaning controlling the negative thoughts, you are allowing optimism to come into your life and create a better, healthy mindset and a better, healthy environment for you and everyone around you. Negativity is a poison, and when you start to have that downward spiral, stop and say, I'll pick you up next week. That's how you can quickly get rid of the negativity. What's important, he also says, are 3 tricks, 3 steps to avoid going down the rabbit hole of negativity. The first one is to have faith. Faith in believing that this is temporary. Faith in believing that it's going to change. It's like a thunderstorm in Texas. I was raised there. When you're driving and you're caught in this big storm, if you keep driving, you'll get through that big storm. If you're in turbulence, the plane is always going to move out of the turbulence. It's temporary. What is also important, he says, is to forgive. Forgive is very difficult for us. Mary Morrissey says that to forgive is giving a present to ourselves. The reason being is you're going to recognize that the person or the situation has hurt you and is a negative influence on you. But if you can forgive a person's behavior, understand that they are unskilled in what they are doing, you remove that person from their behavior. It's easier to then forgive. Mary also says, you may not want this person in your life. You may not ever want to see them again, and that's okay. But for you to open your heart and more positive opportunities to come your way, you must forgive and grateful. It's a little easier to be grateful than it is to forgive. I know this. I am in a really challenging situation with my New York property. I had 2 things happen this morning that is clearing the road of all the horrible pitfalls. And as soon as these 2 things happened, I stopped, I put my hands together, I looked to the heavens, and I said, thank you, thank you, thank you. When a situation or something really good happens, no matter how small, stop and be grateful any way that you can, but acknowledge, I am so grateful that this happened. To give a present-day example of faith, forgiveness, and being grateful, Simone Miles. If you do not know this little firecracker, I am putting a link in my podcast details about her. She is 4 times Olympic gold medal gymnast. She has just completed an amazing gymnastic feat that she's the first woman to ever do this. And all the men gymnasts have said, she did it better than I could do it. She was raised in a foster home. She was sexually harassed by Larry Nassar, and look where she is today. Talk about challenges, negativity. Nothing can stop this young lady. remember that we all have challenges, we all have adversity. And the trick here that Price Pritchett wants us to realize is that we have control over the situation, and it's in our thoughts. I know it's difficult to believe that there's silver lining to one of the most challenging times in your life, a tragic illness. When that silver lining happens, it's not always immediate. Therefore, it's important to have faith. Mary Morrissey also says that notice what you're noticing, meaning notice what you're thinking. When that negativity starts, stomp your foot, stop and say, I'll pick you up next week. These challenges are all part of life. And in Kundalini Yoga, one of my virtual teachers, Guru Jagat, has a discussion about the way you manage challenges in your life is the same way you're going to manage success. Let's dive a little deeper into that because it's confusing. You already know what I've suggested through Price Pritchett on how to manage your challenges. Your successes can also be a little challenging because you may believe success came through good luck. Stop thinking that way. Success came to you because of your talent and your skill. Success is not fleeting when you acknowledge it and you are grateful that it came to you because of your will to be optimistic. Don't be narcissistic, and don't believe that it's just good luck. You have the skill and the talent to get success in your life. Wine. I was lucky to be in good company this week with Forbes magazine because they also discussed 3 great summer whites, and one of them is Gruner Veltliner. That is the grape that's in it. It's from Austria. Because it has an iron flavor profile and a lot of minerality, it's great with grilled vegetables. It is very good with your lighter meats, even though I'm a vegetarian, but you do want to grill with Gruner Veltliner. I think that's the real trick to food pairing here. Secondly, let's go to France. I love the wines from the Loire Valley, specifically Saumur Blanc. Chenin Blanc is the predominant white grape that's in the Loire Valley. When you visit Loire Valley, the terroir, the soil, is schisty, which means millions of years ago, that area was under an ocean. All these white crushed seashells actually produce a wine that's a little briny. Therefore, it's going to go really well with shellfish, go great with a really nice fish. And what makes these wines so exquisite is they're food-friendly, and they're easy to drink by themselves. They're not too expensive, between $15 and $20, I think, now for a Saumur Blanc. Lastly, Chablis. Chablis is the most northern aspect part of France, above Paris. Chablis, like Champagne, gets a bad name because silly Californians put it on all their cheap wine. Chablis is always, always, always Chardonnay. And it is also a little flinty. It has a lot of minerality. Most of the time you're going to see a Chablis as an AOC. They're going to be in concrete or still tanks or neutral oak. Very rare are they going to be aged in oak, but you will see in a Premier Cru and a Grand Cru that they will be aged in oak. Chablis is a little bit like the Chenin Blanc in that it likes seafood, it likes shellfish, but you can also have it with your lighter meats. To wrap this up, faith, forgive, grateful. These are all 3 muscles. Every day you want to practice them in some capacity. Kundalini Yoga is the world's oldest yoga. The science and technology in Kundalini Yoga combine that with my gurus, Mary Morrissey, Matt Boggs, Bob Proctor, and you will send yourself to an orbit of success that you will have thought was inconceivable. And of course, wine. Those 3 great whites, the Gruner Veltliner, Saumur Blanc, and the Chablis, worth every penny. To close this, I am not a life consultant. I'm not a life coach. I am an affiliate with Mary Morrissey and Matt Boggs am Bob Proctor. When you go to my website and click on Wealth, there are 3 master classes there. They are free. They would like for you to sign up for a multi-week program. When you do that, I receive a commission, and that's how I pay my rent. Merci.